now you're working with Whitey directly. And you said...
So I'm not working with Whitey directly, but I am a part of his crew, if you will.
Okay.
At that time. So the guy, Billy Shea, says to me in the deal, I keep my customers. Mm-hmm. I said, beautiful. That's a no-brainer. And I get to make the money from their customers. Beautiful. We used to split up money every 2 weeks. We'd go into the house, we'd put the money, bags of money all over the table, and we'd have money machines going off and everything else, and just spewing money. I mean, as a young guy, I'd walk out with $100 grand, or even more, depending on how good of a month it had been, or weeks that it's been. I mean, that's a lot of money for a young guy walking out with a duffel bag full of cash every couple of weeks. I mean, yeah, it was amazing. I miss those days.
Well, right, because you were what, like about 20, 21 at the time?
Yeah.
Like, what was the most number of kilos you got at one time?
We were on a monthly basis, so I'd travel monthly. I wanted to have even more, but he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to invest that type of money just in case something went wrong. So I got that. So we were doing anywhere 15, 20, 25, 30 kilos.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah, I mean,
You're getting them for how much?
At that time, I was getting them for like 15 grand.
Okay, so
18,000.
Right, so you're talking about $300,000 transactions.
Easy, yeah. I'd get on with the 300 grand cash. Here you go. Let's do business. Now, I ran into a problem in Florida. The guy that I was dealing with, my connect, he must have told somebody, and somebody told somebody, and I was in the car, with my driver. We were on our way, and with the guy who had the connection to get the kilos, and all of a sudden, and I still today believe it was the Riverside cops in Florida that used to shake down drug dealers and rob them and everything else. I don't know that for a fact, but I believe it was. So all of a sudden, we're leaving his house, broad daylight. We're driving down the street. Cars come from everywhere and surround us. They jump out of the cars with shotguns and guns and everything else. I was like, oh, great. This is fucking perfect, right? I said, here we go. I thought they were saying that they're law enforcement. They took us out of the car, put us on a lawn, and an old woman, a Spanish woman, come out of the home, and she's like, oh, my God. And the guy I was with, he said, hey, what the hell are you doing? And he made a move, and the guy, they had the guns on us, and the guy with the shotgun, it was a pump shotgun, he pumped it, clicked it when he made a move, and I turned to him and I told him, shut the fuck up. Shut up, because you know why? I'm already thinking in my mind faster than this guy next to me's thinking. I'm thinking, okay, this is over with. They're going to get away with the money. But in my mind, there's always a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to get my fucking money back. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. This is going through my mind as a young man in a situation like that. And I think boxing is part of the help that made me think that way, because, in boxing, you always got to be thinking, because, hey, you get hit with a good shot, you got to be able to adjust and move and get back into the game. So that's how I was thinking. And I told him to shut up. So, because if he did, I'm not going to be able to get that back. So he shut up. They took the car, they took the money. I told the guy that brought us, I said, I'm going to tell you something. And I mean this. I'm blaming you for this. This is all on your shoulders. If you don't bring me kilos, and I'll pay you back. That's what I told him. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to kill you right here and right now. I'm going to kill you. You're dead. That guy, he got a few kilos, brought him back to me. I had a home in Orlando, Florida, that I used to have a base, and it's a lot further than Miami. And he drove us back there because I had another car in Miami. I drove down from Orlando with a rental car. So it was a rental car that they stole, along with the money. He got me the kilos. I drove back home. I sold the kilos. I got my money back, believe it or not. He called me, he said, John, do you have my money? Do you have my money I goes, listen, motherfucker. You're lucky that I didn't leave you down there. I said, you're not getting a nickel, and I'm done with you. I'm finished. But John, nothing. Click. I got a new source. I got another source. And it was great. I didn't have to travel. They dropped it right off to my door in Boston for me. And for the same price.
And this came from where?
This came from South America that was flown in.
Okay, Colombia?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever think to try to actually go to Colombia to actually get a better plug?
No, but somebody had mentioned, they said, hey, I got in an argument with one of my guys one day that was I was supplying, and this was caught on tape. They had a recording in a mailbox, a U.S. mailbox, and I was standing near the mailbox, and I was talking to him. He said, and he was trying to, get me to give him a better price. Now I was giving him the best price that he could ever get anywhere, but he wanted more. He was getting greedy. I said, hey, what are you looking for? What the fuck do you want? I says, I'm already giving you a great price. I said, you're asking for too much. I said, you want me to fly to Colombia and bring it back for you? And I said, too? So no, I would have never went to Colombia because I was smarter than that. I like staying on my own soil, if you will.
Okay. At one point you meet Kevin Weeks, who was Whitey's main enforcer?
I knew Kevin since I was a kid. He was a boxer also.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was working for Whitey.
And he was Whitey's, tough guy, if you will. And Kevin could handle himself. And Kevin was like an older brother to me, you know.